With the recurring incidents of vote buying as witnessed in the Ekiti and Osun governorship elections, Nigerians have begun to express concern over what effect corruption could have on the 2023 general elections. At a webinar organized by Anti-Corruption Advocacy Program, Corruption Tori, last week, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, however, alleged fears that the electoral process could be compromised. Dr. Jane Ifediora, system analyst at INEC, said although networks could be compromised by fraudsters and desperate politicians, the commission has already placed cybersecurity experts to provide ironclad protection for INEC systems.
Beavers, you can manipulate beavers as I'm talking with you. So the problem I'm seeing in future that can happen is hacking through the server or the cloud, which adequate cybersecurity is in place. We have a body which is the INEC Electoral Institute in conjunction with ICT department that does the training. And we are working hand in hand to deliver against 2023 election.
A political analyst, Jide Ojo, called on INEC and security agents to use the provision of the Electoral Act 2022 to go after those who have refused to stop vote buying.
The electorate needs to be very mindful of this provision in Section 121 and Section 127 of the Electoral Act, that they are complicit in collecting as much as they are complicit in asking. And if they did ask to be given bribe before they vote, they have not acted as a patriotic citizen. And I need to appeal to their sense of patriotism. We as citizens, we as electorate, we as voters can demand that these people who have been caught being involved in election fraud or in buying and selling of election or vote are punished under the law.
Andy Ike Ezani, former INEC head of publicity, called on INEC to put more effort in indoctrinating and training NYSC members used as ad hoc staff at elections. He regretted that ad hoc staff have remained a weak link in the chain of efforts by INEC to deliver a flawless and corruption-free election.
Now, I know that before elections and all that kind of stuff, the commission will always organize the orientation for the ad hoc staff and all that kind of briefing. But it is obvious now that the moral aspect of the whole thing is weak. So the thing I know that the commission had to do, two things. One is to improve and strengthen that aspect of a briefing and orientation before the exercises commence. Secondly, is to be very strict and then to make sure that sanctions, very serious sanctions, are imposed on any of the staff who is caught involved in all this.
The problem now is, do we have a network system within the rural areas that can assist in this process of transmission? Should, for example, you're in an area where there's little or no network. Because you would agree with me that in some of these areas, these are the places where vote buying happens, and this is where elections are being rigged massively. We have a lot of Nigerians who are very, very good with ICT and hacking. Now, does the system also have a backup process as to retrieve or save information, even if transmitted and peradventure it has been hacked? Do they have a retrieval process?
Last week's webinar, which was hosted from the Port Harcourt Center of Corruption Tori, is part of the contribution by the program towards a credible election in 2023 in Abuja. Nasiru Usman for Signature Show.